We're all highly welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Excellent evening to every one of us. So today, like we advertised, we're going to be looking at natural remedies for spondylosis, both cervical and lumbar spondylosis. We're all highly welcome. Excellent evening. Welcome, welcome. So I want to welcome those who have joined us live in this evening's broadcast. We are highly welcome. And if you have joined me live, you can greet. So I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is our week? That is the first day of the week. So I hope your weekend was great. I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and I hope you're here again, believing for a very good week. Okay? Welcome, welcome to every one of us. I'm already sharing, so join me to share as we look at natural remedies for lumbar and cervical spondylosis today. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So, some people have joined us. Let me just go in and greet us and welcome us to this evening's broadcast, and we go ahead with our teaching for today. But first of all, share. So let's go on some pages. Are you in any group? Just share and tell them to join us as we look at this also important topic, lumbar and cervical spondylosis. What are we supposed to do? What can help us come out of that pain? What can help us prevent that pain? What can help us manage that pain, manage that situation? And incidentally, sometimes when one is just having early stage of spondylosis, you really don't have pain. But then that's why it's so important that you know what to do to prevent this spondylosis, so that your story will not be like others. Because many times by the time it's beginning to pain you, it has really degenerated. And of course, we all know that prevention is better, is safer, is cheaper than cure. So we need to actually make sure we prevent and make sure we actually take that easier route out of it. Wow. Okay, so highly welcome, Grace. You're welcome. Grace. Thank you for always coming in on time. Chibuzo, you're welcome. Tina, you're welcome. We thank God for a good week. Thank you for all joining me. So we're going to run through these very fast, and then we take our questions. But make sure you keep commenting as we're going on, because your comments, like one of my mentoring will say, is absolutely needed, and your questions are needed. It's out of the questions I got during this past month that made me say, okay, I'm going to revisit spondylosis again, which I had already handled in time past, but I just decided I'm going to revisit it again. All right, so if we talk about natural remedies for lumbar and cervical spondylosis is nearly a universal condition, especially in those people who are advanced in age, okay? But also it can actually affect younger people. While some people experience no symptoms, like I said, other people may feel some kind of stiffness or pain. If it's some cervical spondylosis on their neck, on their shoulder, in between the shoulder blades, they can experience that pain. And for lumbar spondylosis, some people, their lower waist and also their buttocks, sometimes that pain comes from lumbar spondylosis. Now, spondylosis is actually another word for osteoarthritis of the spine. Okay, it's another word for osteoarthritis of the spine, and that's a condition that usually develops with age. It's age related. Hello, Janet. Good evening. Oh, okay. Janet is saying, Grace, good evening. Okay, is it Grace that invited you? Let's share so that you can actually get gifts. So anybody that invites or shares and gets up to 5 people coming in and greeting them, you have a gift, a beautiful gift for me. So let's keep sharing and inviting people to come in to this evening's, broadcast. All right, like I said, usually develops with age and is as a result of normal wear and tear. The normal wear and tear on both the soft tissues, our soft structures, our muscles, our bones, and also the soft tissues that make up the spine and also the bones of the spine. This is why you have spondylosis. Although any part of the spine may be affected, spondylosis is frequently seen in the spine highest and lowest section. I'm going to show you soon. It's usually seen in the spine's highest and lowest section, okay? And that is the cervical, which is the neck area, or the lumbar, which is the lower back area. Now I want to show you from my phone a picture. I hope we see it clearly. Okay, so this picture I'm holding here now, you're seeing it very clearly on Facebook, and I'm sure also on Instagram. This upper part is the cervical, and then the lower part is the lumbar. So if we're using color to describe it, the condition is less commonly found actually in the thoracic spine. That is the middle area. If you're looking at my picture now, is the red area. Okay, that's the thoracic area. And also because the rib cage, covers it. So it serves to stabilize that area, make it less subject to the effect of wear and tear over time. But if you look at also my diagram, this lower part is the lumbar side that also now hinges on, it also now hinges on the sacrum, which is that waist area that now leads to your buttocks, okay? So the cervical vertebra, which is the green area, the first place on top, you have the thoracic vertebra, and then you have the purple section, which is the lumbar vertebra. So when we talk about cervical spondylosis, we are talking about the cervical vertebra when you have osteoarthritis in that area. Or when we talk about lumbar spondylosis, we are talking about where you have osteoarthritis on that lumbar area also. So I can also show you the side view of it. So this is like the side view of it also. So all those spine that you're seeing, the bones and the soft areas are the areas we talk about when we say that somebody is having cervical spondylosis or lumbar spondylosis. And like I said, the condition is less commonly found in that middle area, okay, the red area, because of the ribs that cover, the ribs protect it from that wear and tear, if you know how the rib covers. All right, so what are some of the symptoms of spondylosis generally? When we talk about spondylosis, we combine both cervical and lumbar spondylosis. People with spondylosis generally may or may not experience pain, and indeed they might not even have any symptom that can actually lay their hands on. Okay, so those who have no symptoms may become aware of that condition only when they have been assessed for other conditions, when they go to the hospital and they are doing MRI, they are doing X-ray, or they are doing CT scan. That's when some people actually, the medical personnel get to know that there's something wrong, that their spine is affected with wear and tear. That is the osteoarthritis there. But when symptoms are present, they vary depending on area where the condition develops, the structures that are affected, but it might also include pain, but most especially limited range of motion, because it's stiff. That area is actually usually stiff. So people who have spondylosis may have may experience crepitus, or a feeling of sounding like that crack, 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 just very small, or crunchy in their spine. And also, of course, they are not able to move their body, they are not able to move their arms the way they would want to. And these are actually, sometimes it affects the nerves in the spinal cord. All right, so but specifically, people who have cervical spondylosis, they have neck pain, They have stiffness. These are the common symptoms. And in case where that spondylosis, changes to the spine, and it now puts pressure on the adjacent nerves that run through the spine, they might now experience some kind of numbness and tingling that extends down to the arm. You see some people saying that they are having tingling sensation in their arms, and yet they might not even have any symptoms near their neck itself, but they will just have that tingling effect on their hands. Okay, they will just tell you, my hand, I'm feeling funny on my hand. Now, the type of nerve pain which also results from compression or inflammation of the nerves in the cervical spine is also known as cervical radiculopathy. Okay, so when that pain compresses the nerves, it now becomes cervical radiculopathy. Now, also, we also have what we call cervical myelopathy, which occurs in severe cases, which causes compression in the spinal cord. It now compresses, and this might make someone to begin to feel very weak, and then you're not able to move, and your arms and your hands everywhere, you just feel so heavy in those places. Those are the symptoms of cervical spondylosis. Now, when we come to lumbar, which is the lower part, spondylosis, its symptoms are lower back pain, leg pain, and when there is a sign of nerve compression in that area, the person can actually also now feel that tingling we talk about. So that pain, tingling symptoms will now extend outwards to hips, even down to the legs, and this can actually also cause inflammation. Okay, and when this happens is when that compression happens, just like in cervical radiculopathy, you will now have lumbar radiculopathy. All right, for example, a person may have pain in their knees and they think it is injured, but later they now learn that it's actually the pain is coming all the way from their back, from their spine. Okay, and again, there's another condition or symptom that comes with lumbar spondylosis, which is irritation of the sciatic nerves. So when you have that irritation in the sciatic nerve, it's known as sciatica. So these are some of the symptoms that come with lumbar and cervical spondylosis. Okay, we'll answer that question. Is spondylosis serious? There was one man that called me and he said, hey, they say my own is not arthritis, so they say my own is spondylosis. In fact, I don't know what he even called it. He said the thing is sounding very heavy, very heavy. They say spondylitis, I said, okay, that is just another type of arthritis. He said, no, I said, okay, instead of the argument, what we should be looking at is what are the remedies, which we are also going to be looking at today. So because spondylosis can affect many people in many different ways, there is no single answer to the question whether spondylosis is serious. Okay, many cases of spondylosis are effectively treated with physical therapy and some kind of supplements that are very, very good, that have all the nutrients that your body needs to heal itself. But also, orthopedics also advise that you seek more immediate care. If you have any of these 5 symptoms that I'm going to talk about: weakness, including foot drop, that's difficulty in lifting your toes and your forefoot off the floor. When it becomes so difficult for you to lift them off the floor, you need to take immediate action. And then when you have bladder or bowel dysfunction, sometimes when you have lumbar spondylosis, it can affect your bladder, okay? Especially if you're having incontinence. If you're having incontinence, which might be a result of spondylosis, then it has gotten to the serious stage. And then also changes in balance that cannot be attributed to any other factor. When your balance is affected, and you cannot say this is why it is, being affected or fall or something like that, then you need to actually do something fast about it. Another case where you need to quickly seek medical attention is if you have numbness, either in a stripe-like pattern or involving your fingers. You can't move your fingers at all. Some people get confused what is happening to them. It's coming all the way from the cervical spondylosis that they are having, okay? And again, finally, if you have severe pain, especially when it comes with electric shock, that electric shock like pain in your arms, in your legs, and you have not responded after attending any surgical thing, therapy that you have done, or maybe you're having that pain from oral medications. If nothing, all things being equal, you're just having that severe pain that is like electric shock, then you need to quickly seek for, advice on what to do. So, who does cervical spondylosis affect? Or spondylosis generally. Spondylosis is likely to affect most people to some degree as they age. And it's a natural result of years of the spine being subject to forces and gravity. And there may be a genetic component also, okay? Some people, it runs in their gene. If your grandmother, your grandfather, your elder brother, or someone in your family had spondylosis, then you need to be very, very careful. I always tell people, when you have a genetic inclination to any ailment or factor, it's better for you to start on time to do prevention. Prevention is better, is safer, and is actually cheaper than cure. So if we talk about prevention, simply being on your active HA will help with that prevention. You take it as your dietary supplement. You take it as something to help your food, give it all the nutrients it needs to keep you away from that spondylosis. So active HA is a very good supplement that you can take every day all through your life. It doesn't have overdose, but you just make sure you want to stay away from arthritis if you have arthritis running in your family, spondylosis if you have it running in your family, and you're going to be safe from it. All right. So also, spondylosis is also associated with some kind of traumatic injury to the spine. And the development of spondylosis later in life can now be established. Maybe as a child, the person fell or, had one kind of injury that affected the spine while the person is growing on. By the time the person now becomes very old, it can now affect the spine. So, how the doctors, like I said, generally to diagnose spondylosis, they need MRI test or CT scans to diagnose it. All right, so let's quickly run through the natural remedies for spondylosis, okay? Fortunately, we thank God. With the help of certain medications, supplements, simple lifestyle changes, some simple home remedies, cervical and lumbar spondylosis can be controlled. The symptoms can actually be controlled and actually reverse relatively, and you are free from it for life. So some of the things you need to do is regular exercise. That's number one. One of the major causes of cervical spondylosis and lumbar spondylosis actually is lack of regular exercise. As we grow at this middle age, we need to have a routine exercise that we do. Even if you say, okay, you're so tired, come out and walk about. Make it a routine that every morning you take your 15 minutes to 1 hour walk every day, okay? This will actually, especially for people who are already living with spondylosis, it will actually help the pain, the stiffness around your neck, around your shoulder. If you watch on Saturday, we did exercise this last Saturday and the upper Saturdays of some exercises that can help you if you're having some kind of osteoarthritis or osteoporosis. Those exercises can actually help you also with spondylosis, okay? Like walking, light aerobics and things like that. Then number two, hot and cold water compresses or hot cold compresses. If you apply it alternatively, I've already talked about this in several videos. I've done this last month. You can go and watch them. Number three, garlic. Garlic gives good results when it comes to cervical spondylosis, okay? Because it has anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties which can help handle the pain, handle the swelling, handle the inflammation in the neck and the surrounding areas. And we have a fantastic garlic supplement. In fact, people who have lumbar spondylosis, I usually say combine your active HA and garlic thyme, or your garlic thyme and your forever move if you're having that neck area issues. Turmeric is another anti-inflammatory food that you need, okay? It's another remedy for cervical spondylosis. Turmeric increases your blood flow, and it also reduces the muscle stiffness you have. And these are the two active ingredients in our Forever Move and our Active HA. Both has turmeric in them. Okay, so you can actually get any of this with your garlic thyme and you're good to go, according to some people. All right, so sesame seeds also help. Ginger, okay, is another widely used home remedy to treat cervical spondylosis because it's rich also in anti-inflammatory properties, and it actually improves your blood flow also. Some people also use apple cider vinegar, okay, that can actually also help you. Now, when we talk about supplements, okay, it's a very good idea for you to follow healthy diet and also to support it with some supplements that will fill the nutritional gap created by food processing method and bad soil where we grow our food. And I've already said it, okay, we have supplements that can actually help you very well for prevention. If you want to prevent cervical spondylosis, get your Active HA and your Nature Main. This will give you all the minerals that you need for prevention. Active HA and your Nature Main. Now, if you're managing spondylosis, you can go with your Active HA, garlic thyme, and your Nature Main, or Active HA, garlic thyme, and your calcium, or your garlic thyme, calcium, and your Forever Move, or your Forever Move, Nature Main, and your garlic thyme. So that's how, and your garlic thyme. If you want to manage, if you're already having them. Sometimes I add MSM gel or aloe heat for people who are having that needs immediate relief, okay? Like when they want to sleep or when they want to do something, you can add aloe heat. And it's not massage. You don't have to put pressure on it. You just take that aloe heat or your MSM gel and you just rub it gently round, around those areas, and that will be it. And sometimes for people who are elderly, like 60 and above, I also add royal jelly for them because it helps with nerves, especially also people who their spondylosis have affected the nerves. If it has affected the nerves, then royal jelly is absolutely very, very important for you to add it in your supplements. So while all the above home remedies for cervical and lumbar spondylosis will give you a great relief, be ensured that you do these 7 summary things. Number 1, exercise regularly, but avoid excessive physical exertion. Keep a good night's sleep. It's good for you to sleep well. When you sleep well, you rest your body, and your body, take that chance to repair itself. Maintain correct posture when standing or when sitting. Like I tell people who sit and a lot to work in the office, get your exercise ball, put it beside you so that when you sit a bit on the static chair, you can get up and then sit on your exercise ball so you can massage your muscles very well. Avoid fatty food, okay? Fatty fried food, so-called sweet, sugar, coffee. Avoid these food. They are not good for people with spondylosis. And of course, quit smoking because tobacco is not of good for you. It's very bad for your health. And eat foods that are high in protein, food that are high in vitamin C, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and this Nature Meal gives you the macro and micronutrients that you need to cover all these nutrients we talk about and vitamins we talk about in the food. And of course, your supplements, very, very important for you. All right, I decided to run through because of time, and I want this video to be short so that I'll be able to just give it to those who need to watch and know what to do if they are having lumbar spondylosis. And I'm so happy that it's less than 30 minutes today. Hello, my mom is online. Mommy, welcome. Good evening, ma. How are you? Thank you for following me. Esther Samuel, good evening. How are you doing? All right. So thank you all for joining me today. Like I said, I'm not going to stay so long. Chat me on my WhatsApp number +2347035151642 so you can get your supplements, you can get your exercise ball. So my WhatsApp number is +234 703-515-1642 +234 703 +234 703 515 1642. Okay. 515 1642. So that's my WhatsApp number. And remember, once again, these supplements are still going at 25% discount for Forever Move and Active HA. Get yours today. A time will come when it will go back to normal price, and don't ask me at that time. Thank you all for joining me. Love you all. And I'm going to say bye now. Chibuza says, my whatever forever, whatever. I don't understand that question. Chibuza. Chibuza, what are you asking? You say whatever forever living. I don't understand. If you're still online, let me just give you 1 minute to ask the question in a way that I will understand it so I can answer you online. Good evening, Joy Vincent. You're welcome. You're coming in late. You can go and watch the replay because I'll soon go offline. I don't want this video to be more than 30 minutes. Let me see, it's still 26 minutes. Okay, so it will soon go off. Chibuzo, you say what of forever living? Forever living what? Is it product? Is it business? Which one? Which one are you asking? Eh? If it was Zoom now, you would have been able to talk. And it's true. Very soon, I'm going to do what we call Zoom special meeting for some of my special fans, okay? Where I'm going to be doing some mind-blowing discounts and some, we talk one-on-one, tell me what you want, and I tell you how much it is, and you talk about how much you can afford, and we look at it, it's like a product launch, but a closed product launch, okay? Where we will look at ourselves, I'll see you, see how you are. We talk about the products you will need, talk about the ones you will need, monthly and things like that. And we bargain on how much you can be getting it at a mind-blowing product. Okay, so Chibuso, you're asking the discount for other Forever Living products. Just chat me on my WhatsApp number. Of course, you know that I always give good discounts. Some are on 10% discount, some are on 15% discount, some are on 20% discount. But these two, because my husband has said, let the people who are having these pains go out of pain. He's so passionate and so compassionate about the people who are having the pain. He told me it must go on 25% discount. So I'm waiting for him to say stop so I can just stop, because I've done it for like 3 years now, giving up all that profit for people. So tell friends and neighbors, no need to stay with that pain. Come and take your Forever Active HA and Forever Move at 25% discount, and the other set at some other discount. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Love you all. Bye. See you on Wednesday. We are cooking on Wednesday, okay? So see you live on Wednesday. Bye. Remain blessed and make sure you enjoy your remaining part